Revelation 1791. From the 28th of January 1941. Spiritual turning point. Right attitude towards God. The upheaval that will take place both spiritually and earthly is so enormous that one can speak of a turning point in time. The attitude of the whole of humanity towards God has brought it about that divine intervention is now to be expected. People will have to make a free decision. They will have to face such adversity that they will be forced to turn to a higher being for help, providing they still have a little faith in this supreme being within themselves. And now it will be decided who still has enough faith to take refuge in a higher power. The right attitude towards God is the only decisive factor in earthly life. And humanity is now in greatest danger because its attitude towards God is synonymous with rejection. Only something extraordinarily touching can let them find the right attitude towards Him. And this will always be a turning point in the life of the individual if he awakens spiritually, that is, if he comes into closer contact with the eternal deity by consciously thinking about infinity and its creator, or by calling upon the highest God being for help. God willing is the right relationship to Him established by one's own drive, that the human being seeks and struggles for knowledge, that he tries to come close to his creator. However, where people lack their own impetus, God wants to come to their aid by directing their destiny in such a way that they need help and are then prompted to turn to Him for help, so that the connection between people and God is also established, even if only as a result of an emergency. However, the human being's thinking will always be directed in a different direction, and this is already a spiritual turning point, for the human being will, so to speak, distance himself from earthly things and pay more attention to the unfathomable. He will ponder the meaning and purpose of existence. He will gain a different view of his life and yet mentally wander into the kingdom of the eternal. And now it will be decisive again to what extent earthly adversity stimulates people to love one another. Accordingly, it will also be spiritual recognition, for anyone who shows love to his fellow human being will also receive God's love and draw him to Himself. And therefore earthly adversity always has to result in a certain change of thinking, because it can only be remedied through loving activity. And this is the last means God can use to educate humanity to love, thus to enable its spiritual progress. Amen.